Well, Nebraska's a good team. I mean, we knew that. We played them this spring. They had all their freshmen here, and we knew that they were going to be good, and I think that they lived up to that. Some of the players that had been struggling offensively, Alec specifically, I thought really had a good match, and we had a lot of trouble containing her. I thought we were tentative in the first set. Lexi Rodriguez got way too many serve-receive balls, and they were just in system too much. But I thought we showed some resiliency. You get smacked 2 games in a row and come back and battle. So I'm proud of us for do that. I thought our first contacts got a lot better. I think as coaches, maybe we messed up on our scouting report as far as very, very specific things we needed to do, and it hindered our players a little bit to be who they are. So we kind of freed them up later to go do what you do, and I think that helped us some. I know the first question is going to be about Nora's cyst, so I will address that. Nora has an ab strain at this point, so we don't know how long she's out, but that's what's going on with her.
Questions for either person?
When did you know Nora would be out, and I guess how quick did that kind of adjustment take place?
At practice yesterday. So we went through rotations today, this morning's practice.
Kendra, what do you guys address at intermission after 2 lopsided games? It seemed like more of the fundamental things that you guys are kind of known for were on display in the last 2 games.
Yeah, I think we just decided to go out and play free. We talk a lot about playing with intensity and also playing with joy, and I think at that intermission we realized that we just have to go out and play Creighton volleyball, and we have to be who we are. And I think that kind of showed. We went out there, we played with a little more aggressiveness, and kind of got Nebraska out of system, allowed us to play our type of game, and allowed us to play a little bit more free for sure.
Kendra, what did you see from Destiny out there, her kind of first big night on the stage?
Yeah, I think she did an amazing job. She ran with it. She was confident. She went for it. That's everything that we want out of a hitter. I felt very confident in going to her, getting her the ball, and that every time she would go for that ball. And so it was great to see that out of her for sure.
Kirsten, on the same note, obviously Destiny hasn't started for that short turnaround. I guess how do you think she fared in her time today?
Yeah, I think she led us in kills, right? Yeah, it's pretty significantly. I thought she did a great job. It's a big stage for your first time out on the court, but I think she likes that. She leaned into it, and we put Ava Martin playing 6 rotations for the first time, and so our passing was very different. For several rotations, with Des and Ava having to carry some load that they haven't had to do all season. So, I thought, our passing numbers were not great from where we've been. But considering kind of putting those guys, and I think Nebraska's a very good serving team, I thought they held up pretty well.
Did you keep Eva in the same rotation spot, or did she flip?
We flipped her for 2 games, and then we flipped back to where she's been the other 2 games.
Kirsten, I know taking a set isn't really something you're going to hang your hat on, but what did you think of your team's response out of the locker room, taking a game, being shorthanded, and kind of getting punched in the first 2?
Well, and I said this to them. I think they showed some resiliency, but I also said I don't want you to feel good about it, good about the loss. At this point of the season, you're trying to learn things. We've got a good UNO, then Iowa State, and then next week High Point in Minnesota. Minnesota's going to be a top 10 team. So, at this point you say, okay, what did we learn from playing a high-level team that we can go into next week and be better when we play Minnesota? Now, our first focus has to be on a very good UNO team that runs a very unorthodox offense, and then an Iowa State team that's on the cusp of top 25 that's undefeated. So our focus will go there. But, I feel like a lot of our matches this year, we've taken away nuggets that has made us better for the next match, and so hopefully that'll be the case in this match tonight.
To that effect, Kendra, what did you learn about yourselves tonight under the circumstances you had to deal with?
I think we just learned that we can't get wrapped up, I think, a little bit in that we were so bought into the scout, and we were so bought into, this is what we have to do, and learning that, we still just have to go play free. We play better when we're just going out there having fun, leaning on each other. And I think we really learned that tonight. And again, to see that we can go out there and even if we play 2 sets that wasn't our best, and we knew that when we were playing those 2 sets, but being able to make that change definitely showed a lot and made us more confident in our ability to make switches when we need to.
Kristen, how has Nebraska evolved from what you saw from them when you scrimmaged this spring?
It's a long time ago. They were still toying with different setters at that time. And I feel like they set very differently. Or decoys the ball better. I think Bergen's a little crisper with her delivery. Beeson's better than, she was impressive. And I know our numbers maybe don't dictate, but she was better out of the back row than the front row, which is a pretty formidable. They've worked on that connection. They were good all over the place. I don't remember a lot of specifics, but I know that when we played them in the spring, they thumped us the first game, very similar, and then we kind of settled in by game 2.
2 more. Kendra, how do you find your spot? You were very efficient attacking tonight. How do you find your spots and choose when to take those?
Tonight it was just a lot of, I know I've been using the power dump a lot, and so just trying to mix it up a little bit, show something new. But again, kudos to the passers for being able to get me on the net, because that's putting me on the net is allowing me to do that, and then freeing up our hitters to be able for them to be offensive as well.
Kiara seemed to alter your offensive efficiency when you plugged her in. How did you think she did? As she's a veteran, so I imagine there was a calming effect.
Yeah, we made that adjustment because we wanted to attack the middle of the court a little bit more, and we felt like if we had 2 middles in, we had more option to do it. We did it a little earlier, and then we kind of moved. But I thought she did a great job coming in, blocking some balls, and then hit really well in a position that's really not her home position. I mean, we've been training her on the right, but she's spent the last 2 years as a middle blocker for us.